Pulse of Spokane. Join us for the latest in news, views, and conversation with community leaders. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well-Dressed Walrus, Spokane Firefighters Local 29, Creative Music Learning Center, and North Idaho Events. Now, put your finger on the Pulse of Spokane.
Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Pulse of Spokane. I hope you're having a good day. I've got a couple of guests here today. First is Kasey. I'm not going to get your last name right.
You'll get it someday.
Cloaninger, okay.
Yeah.
And Evelyn Elston. Mm-hmm. Did I get that? All right. So I've known her a long time, and I got your name right. Okay, that figures. It must be Wednesday or something. From Campfire, we're going to talk about candy and stuff. And are those samples?
Yes, we're leaving them here.
Oh,
for you.
all right. You're coming back again tomorrow in the next couple days too, right?
Yeah,
Bringing
we
samples.
might.
Okay. And then Monica Reed is going to be here from Barabel Fitness Studios. And so we got a couple great guests, a couple great topics. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Spokane Talks Weather Forecast. My name is Connor Kotzman, your official weather forecaster. Today, Spokane's weather looks to be mostly snowy with a high temperature of 28, while this week looks to be rainy and snowy. Tonight will also be snowy with a low temperature of 26. Today, Coeur d'Alene's weather looks to be mostly snowy with a high temperature of 29 with a low of 26. Today, Cheney's weather looks to be mostly snowy with a high temperature of 28 with a low of 27.
This is Looms Day in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Blooms Day.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Blooms Day wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
I'm Nikki Butler, and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole.
I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in second grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
Well, welcome. I always love to talk about what we do in this community for kids, okay? Yeah. And Campfire used to be Campfire Girls.
Yep, it used to just be girls,
it goes way back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's Campfire Boys and Girls, or you just call it Campfire, basically, I would assume.
Just Campfire.
Yeah. So what's going on? I see some fun things in front of me.
It's that time of the year.
It's that time of the year.
It
so
is.
What time of the year is it?
It's candy sale month.
Okay.
Every single February, we have our candy sale to raise money to have kids go to camp.
Okay.
And our sale this year is going through February the 23rd, so
Okay.
it's not too late to buy some candy and help support our kids.
Right, right.
Yep.
Okay, Evelyn, right? Okay, you have a Gonzaga shirt on. Okay, that might be a hint that you're going to Gonzaga. Just a little hint.
Just a
okay?
tad, just a
All
tad.
right, so what are you majoring in?
Accounting.
Accounting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I love accounting.
No.
You've never heard that response from anybody, have you?
No, never. But,
No.
you know, that's the thing about accounting. It pays a lot of money because no one else wants to do it,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
True.
And you're counting the money. Yeah, yeah. What decided on accounting for you?
Oh, well, so I like numbers and I like adding numbers up and I like putting everything in the statements, and I have some great accounting teachers at Gonzaga.
Okay.
And I just was really lucky. I like it and I'm going to keep doing it, I think.
Are you the first in your family to go to Gonzaga?
First to go to Gonzaga, yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we've got a host coming on board that's the fourth
Oh, wow.
Gonzaga person.
Fourth
And
gen,
so,
wow.
yeah, Emma is going to be doing some of these shows for us. And so Spokane is like second home because they, with brothers and sisters and so forth, she's been coming here a lot. So it's kind of fun. Kasey, you used to work with us as an
I
intern way
did.
back in the days
Oh,
when we were
man.
just audio even.
Yep.
Yep.
I was just telling Evelyn, I
Yeah.
walked in here and this is amazing.
Yeah.
What you guys have done. It looks so good.
Yeah, you haven't been in the studio?
I've never been here.
Really?
We went to the wrong door. We really haven't been here.
Oh, okay. Well, you wouldn't be the first to go to the
Yes.
wrong door, okay?
Yeah.
Because, this is, for the viewers, this is the old Comcast studio. I think before that, the Cox studio, and when they did local programming and so forth. So we're in an actual TV studio.
Yeah,
When you were with us, we were in office space,
Yes.
hooking lights to the ceiling when we added cameras and,
Yep.
and those kinds of things. So a
the good
little
days.
better now, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good.
So what do you do at Campfire?
So I am the club program coordinator.
Okay.
And I've been there for
So club program, that
club
means you
programs.
get the club and get to bounce people on the head with a club?
Yep, tell them what to do. No, it's been good. I get to work a lot with kids.
Okay.
And I love kids. They're
Yeah.
just so cute, wearing their little vests and doing activities. Oh, I love it. But I've been in that job for about a year now.
Okay.
A little over a year.
Yeah.
So this is the second candy sale that
Okay.
I've ever done before. So I'm hoping it's going a little bit better this year. Last year, you're still kind of learning
Oh, yes.
everything.
Oh, yes.
And
eating a lot of the product, probably.
Oh, yeah. I actually had my first mint patty today.
Oh, okay.
So I held off for a long time, but man, I just saw an open box in the office and now they're all gone. I don't know what happened to them.
Oh, okay, okay. So we got to check the packages before she leaves.
I know.
Right, right. So what's
Yes.
been your involvement with Campfire?
So this is my 12th year in Campfire.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a long ride for me. I've been, ever since I was in elementary school, I've been in Campfire. I'm working through their WOHELO program right now, which is a project kind of similar to something that an Eagle Scout would do. It
Okay.
involves going through some reflections that kind of prepare you for career readiness,
Okay.
as well as doing some advocacy projects for Campfire and for some outside charity sorts of things.
Yeah.
So I'm just finishing those up this year. I've got the rest of the month to finish this 6-year project. So fingers crossed that I get through it. But
Does
it's been
does it usually take all 6 years to?
No, it
Oh.
usually takes 4, but I got held up a little because our program, our classic club program down where I'm from in Portland, Oregon, was closed. So they started to focus on more on the after-school programs, which are
Okay.
still very important. But when I came up to Gonzaga, I still wanted to finish my
Oh, good
project.
for you.
And they've got Campfire Inland Northwest up here, so they've been nice enough to invite me into their club program and help me finish my
So you're kind of the
project.
senior there, aren't you?
Oh,
in so many,
yeah.
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 So what year are you at Gonzaga?
I'm a sophomore. I'm halfway through my sophomore year.
Oh boy, oh boy. I hear they've got a good football team.
Oh, yeah. I just love football and the kickoff, touchdown.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Well, they haven't lost a game
No.
since the 50s, is
No.
from what I've heard.
No,
Yeah.
we're on a winning streak of 0 and a losing streak of 0.
Yeah,
So,
but
can't be
they're not doing bad on the basketball side either.
No,
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm seeing
Are
the
ya?
game on Thursday.
Okay. So you grew up in Portland.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're here for school and all of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Family down in Portland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. So do you come from an accounting background?
No, my mom's a sports reporter, and I actually went to art school for 7 years before coming to...
That's a real shift, girl.
Yeah, usually you hear people start in business and then go into art, not the other way around, but...
Okay, so the trail less traveled, right? Yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's talk about what is up for sale this year.
Okay, so should we dive into
Yes.
different kinds we have?
Sell
Okay.
it, ladies. Come on.
All right.
Oh, I'm ready. So we've got the creamy smooth mint patties, and those are our most popular candy.
Are they really?
Yes. I find that they're very good if you put them in the freezer or the refrigerator, because then they get like extra cold and they're like a nice refreshing treat.
Yes.
But they're also just good straight out of the box. And my favorite,
especially if you don't want to wait.
Right? Yeah. No, exactly. But these are really good. But my personal favorite are the almond caramel clusters.
Ooh, yes.
And they're just, you've got everything you could possibly want. You've got the chocolate, you've got the caramel, you've got the almonds for the little bit of crunch.
Yep.
Those are always the ones that I was pushing when I was selling in the stores.
Okay.
And the almond roca also is just so good. Gosh, I have to be so careful around that, because before I know it, I've got a little pile of foil wrappers in front of me, and it's a massacre.
Well, the joke in our family is that my kids give me almond roca for Christmas. And I'll tell you why. Way back when I was growing up, which would have been a couple of centuries ago, I granted, my dad, who was a salesman, would get boxes, this is in Los Angeles, from Tacoma, of almond roca, and have it shipped down to give out to his clients. And he'd always have a few boxes left over, so at Christmas time, he'd bring home whatever was left in the box of almond roca. And of course, a couple of my kids remember my dad, and he would still have the almond roca every year and so forth. So that's the joke.
Yes.
Even my daughter over in Bellingham picks up almond roca and sends it over for Christmas. I mean, it's kind of the joke, but it doesn't last long around the family.
Exactly. There's got to be a reason it's lasted this long, right?
Yes. And then you've got something over here that looks
we also
quite good.
Our camp snacks. If you're looking for a healthier type of snack, then this is definitely the go-to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, how do people get this? How do they buy this? You have boys and girls out selling.
We do.
Okay. Door to door or at stores? How am I going to come across it?
Yeah, so they are actually doing both, but
Okay.
more than likely you will find sellers out at storefronts.
Okay.
They're going to be out we have some at Yolks, Super Ones, Rosars. Am I forgetting anything?
Fred Meyer.
Yes, that's a big one, Fred Meyer's.
I actually, I work at a Fred Meyer down in Beaverton, Oregon, and it's kind of funny because I used to sell candy there when I was a little kid. And when I was first applying for the job at Fred Meyer, they asked me if I had ever had any customer service experience. And I said, well, no formal customer service experience, but I used to sell candy here as a kid. And the HR lady remembered the Campfire girls who came every year.
Oh, that's
And
neat.
I ended up getting a job, and Fred Meyer helps pay for part of my college. So really, it's kind of a funny...
So go Fred Meyer, right?
I know, but it's kind of a funny way that the Campfire sales progresses there. It really teaches kids these important customer service skills that they can use.
I was going to ask you, what are some of the skills? Because yes, you raise money for Campfire and going to camp and all of those things. But what do the boys and girls walk away with experience? Obviously, some money for camp and so forth. But
well, I know that the experience for me was always getting out of my comfort zone to go and talk to people. It's such an important skill to have nowadays, communication, and kids these days.
Especially if you're going to be an accountant.
Exactly, right? But kids these days, it's hard to get them out. They're always on their phones, and it's sometimes can be hard to get them talking to people. But I found when I was growing up, this was a great way for me to get out and practice talking to strangers, practice pitching. You got to learn to market something before you learn to market yourself, and that was really what it was all about for me. Was learning to market myself, and just the self-confidence that built has lasted me a whole lifetime. I'll always remember, would you like to buy a box of Campfire candy?
You don't do that in your sleep, do you?
Oh no, maybe just a little.
I love it. Wow, you're a good example of what Campfire can do to a young person.
So.
and I love the enthusiasm. I think it's over the top for an accountant, but that's okay, because I think that will be good for you. that your interpersonal skills with people and so forth will put you far ahead of some accountants I've come across with, really, and I think that's going to help you. So are you enjoying Gonzaga?
Oh, I love it there. Everybody's so nice. One thing I love about Gonzaga is wherever you go, somebody's always tripping over themselves to hold the door open for you.
Oh, really?
And it's just...
So I need one of those sweatshirts?
Right, no,
okay.
And people start opening doors for you too. And it's just like, I really like my classes. I really like all the different opportunities to get involved there. I really like, I've been working with GUSR, which helps pair adults with developmental disabilities and students to come out and get together and do theater together. And I also have worked with the improv troupe for the last 2 years that I've been there, and that's been just a blast. So just a lot of opportunities for service and getting involved. And
So were you this involved in high school?
Absolutely.
Okay. They couldn't stop you, could they?
No. I like being busy, and that's one of the reasons I stuck with Campfire. It's like another thing. And it makes me happy, and it's nice to feel like I'm giving back to a community that served me for so
Your
long.
parents must be very pleased.
I hope they are.
Yeah. Was Gonzaga one of your first choices?
It was my first choice.
It was your first choice. Okay. All right. And you're a graduate. Are you finishing up your master's
I am
this year
in June.
at EWU?
At Eastern, yes.
Yeah. Wow. Are you having fun out there?
I am. Yeah.
Good.
So I'm still around.
Good.
So.
So then what happens, young lady?
Oh man, I know I'm at that stage where I'm gonna have to start thinking about what happens after graduation, and I pushed it off for long enough. So.
Yeah. So you're not gonna go for your doctorate?
No.
Okay.
You gave me an idea, but I think masters.
I think that's pretty darn good. That's really pretty darn.
Just a master's.
Just a master's. Okay. I think that's great. Again. If people want more information, there must be a website or something they can go to, right?
Yes, so we are campfireinc.org.
Okay.
And you can also call the office too to ask where sellers will be. And we also have candy at the office.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
And where's the office?
So we are out in Spokane Valley.
Okay.
We are 409 North Argonne Road.
Okay.
Pretty sure I said that right.
Yeah. So same place that I've been a couple years ago.
Actually, we moved locations.
You moved? Oh.
We're just 2 blocks away.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Moving on me. They keep a step ahead,
Hey,
right?
you keep moving on me, though.
Yeah, I know. I know. But you found us.
That we did.
Yeah,
We
okay.
did.
Thank you, ladies, for coming in, and best of luck to all the sellers that are out there through the 23rd.
Yes.
And thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Well, this is Looms Day in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Blooms Day.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate, but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Blooms Day wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
I'm Nikki Butler, and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole.
I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in 2nd grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
The Pulse of Spokane is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well Dressed Walrus, Spokane Firefighters Local 29, Creative Music Learning Center, and North Idaho Events. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com.